Hello everyone, welcome and welcome back to the channel. I tried to record this video like a week ago and just a lot of things were happening. So it didn't happen. That didn't happen. So I'm recording it now and I know it's like just 2 days shy of the second paycheck of the month, but that's okay. We will work on the first paycheck. I have already spent money on it, so I just want to make sure that I haven't gone overboard since I have not assigned anything yet. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the transactions first. There shouldn't be too much. I have tried to keep up with the transactions. So you'll notice that there's quite a few things that I already cleared from the start of the month. And there's just a few things from this past week and so. And I did also get the refund. So we have the refund and the first paycheck that we're going to go ahead and work with. So this one is good. High yield, not a huge difference. 1163 was the interest for last month, so that's good. Venture, I made a payment and then I went out to eat. Oh, as always, I forget to approve these things here. There we go. Let's hide all of that. Sapphire was a payment. That should be at 0, which is good. And same thing for freedom. So you'll notice that the loan is no longer available to do anything with because I did finish the car loan, which was fantastic. So I went ahead and closed the car loan. That released the $37 that were there that were part of the SunCheck account. So I wanted to move the SunCheck account to be a tracking account since I really don't plan on using it as a cash account. I'm not going to be going in and out in there a lot. It's mostly just going to get transfers of $10 every month or so just to keep the account active. So what I had to do for that is I had to close out the loan account so that the $37 wasn't attached to it anymore. And then I created a tracking account for the SunCheck for the total amount. And then I closed the SunCheck account that was in the cash section. So that's the way that it worked to be able to get that to where I wanted it to be. There is no easier way to be able to move a cash account to be a tracking account or vice versa. You would have to close it from one section and reopen it in a different one. So I did that, make sure that the money was correct, and it is all good to go. So for the plan here, as you can see, I've spent a couple of things already, specifically in the reserve. I did go ahead and do a prepayment for a doctor visit that I have coming up. This was a, so instead of paying it from the HSA, because I was at home and I was prepaying it and I really just did not come into my brain to think it through. I just took my Sapphire card, which I hadn't used in a while, and I figured, oh, let me use it for something. And I paid it from that. The minute I hit submit, it was like pit in my stomach. I just got so anxious out of nowhere. And my first thought in my head, and pardon my language here, I know I don't use too much or any vulgar language at all in the channel, but literally my first thought was, oh shit. And my second thought was, what am I going to cover this from? And that is very reminiscent of the way that I was thinking and the way that I was handling, not really well, handling the money back in 2020, 2021, 22, 23, where it was really paycheck to paycheck. And we had the rent for the apartment. So that kind of added an extra level of stress and things like that. Now, of course, I don't have that. I still have a lot of expenses. I still have a lot of bills, but I don't have like a really huge one like that. And I have the reserve, which is there for a reason. And I have all these other savings and all these other things that I'm doing to mitigate these types of issues where I would just make a mistake on what card I use. But it was really interesting that that was my first thought that came to my head. I really believed that I was over all of those insecurities. And they just came back. I mean, it was so weird to feel that intense of anxiety when it came to having made a payment incorrectly and things like that, or using the wrong card as I did in this case. But of course, as we know, I've been really trying to put as much as I can to each of these categories, focusing heavily on the debt first. And now I'll be able to focus more on the savings, but still trying to keep the reserve, which is the sinking funds, definitely up there with some minor goals that I have, of course. So I'm okay. It's okay. The 177 was taken out from, I almost had close to 500 in here. That's what it's there for. It's technically meant for health. So, but it's interesting that all of those insecurities came back when I really thought that I was kind of over them. But it really takes a long time, I guess, to really have that security where all of that just won't come out of nowhere and just attack you in your brain. But other than that, everything's going good. I just went through the car wash. My car needed it so bad. So that's fine. My sister sent me her part of the insurance. And then I already went grocery shopping, of course. It is currently the 13th of April, so I've gone a few times already. And I've had a few Zells from my sisters where they were helping me with that. For household, this was probably paper towels or something like that. A couple of things. Self-care. I did go to the hair salon, and then I got a few things for myself for that. I did get some merch that's going to be coming soon. I had the money for it, and I figured, let's go ahead. I want these two things. I've been wanting for about 2 months now, so I went ahead and got them since I had plenty of money, and I have some left over, which is great. And then, of course, eating out. I've only gone twice, and it hasn't been back to back, which I think I did last month. I did like in 2 instances in 2 different weeks. I went back to back, and I got myself something, which was a lot. So I'm trying to like spread it out a little bit more. So that's what I did. And then that is about all of the spending that I have going on. So let's see. We have $3,063.21 with the first paycheck and the refund combined. I want to see, just focusing on the important things. Instead of funding half, I want to fund everything. Oh, I'm not sure why these two are here. These were hidden accounts, and I'm not sure why they're showing now. Let's get rid of them. Also, actually, before we do that, let's get rid of this target. I think these were transferred over when I did the fresh start, and I don't actually think I need them, so I could delete them. Yeah, because there's nothing attached to them. I'm not sure why those two were there. Maybe it might have been an update that they did or something that broke something or other. I don't know. I haven't been in YNAB this entire month. I've just been using the mobile. So don't know what's up with that, but it's fine. We got it fixed. And let me just take a quick look here. Yeah, everything else is fine. That was interesting. Okay. So, yeah, so we funded these in full, so that's good. Let's do adulting here. Okay, so 1,700 so far. The reserve. Let's do the Roth, which is $50 so far. Fund will be 530. Yeah, so fund will be 530. And then to get up to speed, to get on track with the savings, where the goal is to get 8,000 in there, I would have to put in 850. So let's see, if I assign that, do I have enough for the fun category? Oh my God, I do. And I have leftover. So essentially, what's going to happen now is I'm going to try so hard not to overspend on anything. I'm keeping this 47 in April. I have a feeling I will overspend on eating out because that is an always thing with me. So I am going to keep it in April for right now. And I'm hoping that that will be enough to offset any additional spending. I have a decent amount in groceries, 257, and I already went to Costco, which is where we got the membership. So I don't feel like I need to go again this month. And we've gotten a decent amount of things. So maybe towards a few days from now, I might go again. Just regular grocery shopping, just to get a few things here and there. But that seems to be a good amount. Let's see. I have enough. I know I have another haircut coming up. Subscriptions are taken care of. I put in the full amount for everything for fun, which for a few months I've been kind of not putting the full amount on certain things, but I think that's back on track. I have everything for the bills, the reserve, and I will be on track for the savings starting this month. So that is fantastic. I will get that transferred in the next few days. It's always a little bit nerve-wracking to transfer such a big amount. And I know that if I needed it back, I could get it back. But obviously, that's not what I want to do. I don't want to put something in savings and then have to take it back because something else happens, unless it's like an actual emergency. So I always get a little bit nervous transferring such a big amount. So I usually leave it towards closer to the end of the month. So I will probably do that because for the next paycheck that's going to be coming relatively soon, I want to go ahead and use that next paycheck to start focusing on May. I want to use it to go ahead and do the half funds for the next month, get it started, and that way I'll be a little bit ahead. Not a full month ahead, but at least half of a month ahead. And hopefully I can keep that momentum going and advance it a little bit so I could get a full month. And that way, the paychecks that will be coming for the month that we would be in would actually be assigned to the following month because I would have everything set up for the current month. I do want to make a few changes to some of the targets, specifically groceries. We've been going to Costco at this point at least once a month, and it's always for different things. It's never for like the same things twice. And one of the things that I have purchased that seems to be a really, really good deal for us is definitely protein. So chicken, beef. I haven't looked at the seafood yet, but definitely the chicken and the beef cuts have been really good when I compare them to the smaller packets in other grocery stores. So I've gotten that, and I want to sort of have enough to be able to do that. It seems to be with the bigger packets, it's around 35 approximate dollars. And of course, that does tend to add up if I buy more, which my sister's like, hey, save 200 and we'll just get meats and we'll be set for a few months. And I'm like, I don't know if I feel comfortable spending 200 just on protein, but we'll see how that goes. So I do want to add in at least an additional $30 to groceries. I'm going to see if I need it at all because from the last time I still have chicken and beef left that I have to use. So I don't want to over purchase and then not use it in time or whatever. So that's kind of what's going on with that. And then I was thinking of adding maybe an additional 25 to eating out. I'm trying to get to a sweet spot where I'm not overspending. But I really would like to try and stay within, because I gave myself 125 this year. That is a lot more than I had last year. And I think at the beginning, like in January, I was doing okay. And I think in February I did okay. And then it all went haywire again. So I want to try as much as possible to stay at 125. And I'm hoping that for this month I will. And then kind of see and if I do need to give myself a little bit extra or not. I'm not going to do the groceries just yet because I think for this month we're okay. So I don't need to add anything additional. So for this 4708, I am going to go ahead and put it in the feel good. That's just extra. I'm hoping I don't have to take from it. It is kind of extra that I'm putting in there, not that it was planned or anything. If I do need to, if I overspend on anything, I will take from the fun categories first. These are the less important ones out of everything in here. So this is where I will go ahead and move money from if it comes to that before I ever even hit the extra that I put on here. Because I would like it to stay in this category just to offset what I spent here. But, you know, if worse comes to worse, I'll just take that money back and put it somewhere else. But I don't want to put any extra into the fund because there's plenty of money here. You know, there's $960 in total. So I can move that to where it needs to go. There's a lot to be pleased about. I'm not pleased that I still seem to be insecure when it comes to money, when something happens on accident, like the spending on the wrong credit card for the health, for the prepayment, for the doctor visit. But I do feel a lot more secure than I did even back in 2024, 2023. I was looking at the budgets for those years because I do still have them archived, and I was doing okay with saving. Like it would go up, 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 and then an immediate fall. Because I would just, like, you think the overspending on eating out is bad. It's nothing. It's nothing compared to what was going on like just 3, 4 years ago, which seems like it wasn't very long ago, you know? But yeah, that is all I have for today. Thank you so much, as always, for watching and listening, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day.